gave up texting just so I could focus a little bit more on smoking. But you ever get so high on the freeway that you completely forget where you're going? Right? You're going super fast and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God. I don't know if I was supposed to get off soon or if I was already supposed to get off. And that's the moment you got to slow down and think about your whole life. And that's the moment you realize you're still sitting on your couch. I got kids. I got a couple kids. You don't have to clap. I stole them. I did. I stole them fair and square. But they're mine now. My daughter's 13. My son is 9. I've been a real dad. I've been there since diapers. Raised them up until now. Now things are getting complicated though. Things are tough. Like my son's 9. He came home from school. He was getting bullied. And he was asking me, Dad, did you ever get bullied? And how did you deal with it? And I was like, yeah, man, I went through it. You know, when I was young, they used to call me fat. They used to call me a wigger. And he goes, well, what's a wigger? I said, well, loosely translated, that's a term they came up with in the 90s for white boys trying to act black. And he goes, oh, you mean Hispanic? I said, man, I hope they beat the shit out of you at school tomorrow. How dare you? And he came home from winter break, and his new word was slut. 9 years old, learned it at school. Can you imagine? And he wasn't even using the word right. He'd be like, ew, I don't even like scrambled eggs. What a slut. I was like, I don't think you're using that word right, man. And he goes, well, what does it mean? And I said, well, loosely translated, a slut is a societal label they put on women who just always have to have sex. They're just always having sex. It's society's label. It's unfair, but it happened. And he goes, I think I understand. And we didn't talk about it again. And then that weekend, we were hanging out at the park, and he came up to me and he goes, oh, Dad, ew, look over there at that slut. She has 3 kids. I was like, yo, man, that's no way to talk about your grandma, dog. But seriously, you're right, though. I realized that I had to make some changes in my life because I'm getting too big. I realized that if I died, I was most likely to die alone from choking because I'm eating all the time. Simple math. And I realized this the other night. It was a very, very late night, and I must have miscalculated my milk to Fruit Loops ratio. And I started choking. And it was very scary. It was very dry. I'm choking. I'm coughing. And then I vomited the perfect rainbow. And that was the moment I said, oh my God, it's finally happened. I'm a Care Bear.